At the moment, it's the beginning. So we're just starting out trying to develop language between the two, like movement language, and just really form one crew. Because in b-boying you've got crews, right? D City Rockers and Tiny Toons are two different crews, Darwin and Cambodia, and really we're trying to get them to work together as one. So each crew has its own style, its own philosophy of b-boying. It comes from very different background, particularly these crews. You've got Tiny Toons coming from Cambodia, and these City Rockers come from Darwin, and they've been, I guess they're the second major crew to come out of Darwin. There's another crew called SIK. So they do things like travel down to Sydney and Melbourne, compete in competitions. Locally they do shows in nightclubs, they do battles and things like that. So I feel like you've got two different philosophies, two different styles of crew, and really I think the vision for the project, this first stage, is just to get these two crews in the same room and just see what happens.
Tiny Toon is an organization that works with street kids and kids in different areas of the slums of the areas. And what we do is help kids get off drugs, gangs, and off the streets, and put them back in school. Right now we're collaborating with DC Rocker, and we're trying to show each other like how Tiny Toon grew up and how they learn how to dance, how DC Rock started learning how to dance, and how they could teach each other through dancing and showing each other their skills and combining it into one and making it a better show.
Like collaborate together to be closer, and we all know like different culture from Cambodia and Darwin. Yeah.
And are you guys friends now?
Yeah, you know, now we're friends.
One of the biggest things for D City, like for us that we've learnt with the Cambodian crew, is that just heaps of choreographical techniques that we didn't really utilize here, especially a lot of partner work and connecting sort of routines. We never really explored that until Tiny Toons rocked up and we sort of pushed into it, and I think it's really grown our crew.
The common ground was the dance floor for the first one. It was kind of interesting to see, and then over the week that sort of exchange has happened, and now it's just like, yeah, they're sharing routines that they've done, they're sharing pieces of choreography, even just their own individual movements helping out. So what we'd hoped has really happened. I just feel like all the experience of doing the shows, getting in the studio together each night, you know, learning routines and creating together, all that is the exchange we'd hoped, and really for me it's been exactly what we'd hoped it would be.
KK has shown me a lot of documentaries about what the Tiny Toons do in Cambodia, and I didn't understand, like going into this, I didn't understand the depth of in how he has like brought up the community, and seeing those documentaries like has made me want to go to Cambodia with Tiny Toons and do a similar sort of thing.
It's going good, you know, they're starting to understand each other, starting to be more of one crew instead of two different crew, and to me it's like a good feeling to see these kids collaborate and starting to have fun at the same time with dancing, and hopefully in the future they could probably go to Cambodia and see how it is to teach kids on the streets and to feel that good feeling of like being part of Street Kids.
It's a really great opportunity for the D City Rockers because I've worked with those guys since 2007 on different projects to do with tracks dance, and even outside of that with each year I run the block party for Darwin Festival. So for those guys to get the opportunity to work with Tiny Toons, to have such an interesting history and even learn from KK who's built this fantastic organisation that helps street kids in Cambodia. I feel like for me, not that the city has this mentality, but sometimes b-boys are like, I want to be number one, I want to battle, I want to win competitions and things like that, and that's part of the culture. But also for me, coming from community, cultural perspective, and being a b-boy myself, but using it as a tool to connect with communities and to teach people about breaking and hip-hop. I think that's really what's great about Tiny Toons coming to Darwin and showing these local b-boys some other avenues for their art form.